It has been a big week for the RBC Heritage, and we're still 6 weeks out. They've announced the first number of players that are coming in, including defending champion Jordan Spieth, and also announced that the Heritage Classic Foundation has hit the $50 million mark in funds raised over the years that they've been doing things. Another great fundraiser and a great part of Heritage Week is the annual Heritage Breakfast. Lisa Richardson, who wears lots of hats around here, wearing your hat with the South Coastal FCA right now. 27th annual event? This has been going on. It's almost as big a part of the Heritage as the Heritage.
Absolutely it is. And even bigger every year are the speakers that we get. A lot of past champions and big names coming up.
Okay, so who's this year's big name?
Well, last year I want to say we had Stuart Sink, who was the reigning champion. This year I said I want to go big, and I asked for Scotty Scheffler. They said, I'll tell you who you want. You want his caddy, Ted Scott. And he's a great speaker. And he just, Ted, feel free. We might potentially, you never know. We might see.
Might bring Scotty with him.
Might bring him with him. We'll see.
They probably need to be together at Wednesday because it's Pro-Am Day anyway, and they'll have to be busy at some point. Ted Scott is an interesting story. He used to caddy for Bubba Watson. Ted Scott's got stories to tell.
He does. He's actually one of the most successful PGA Tour caddies that there are.
Sure, and again, he has caddied for Bubba Watson, is caddying for Scotty Scheffler, who's the hottest thing on two wheels these days, and is coming to play here for the first time. It'll be interesting, I think, for folks to hear from Ted about nursing him along, and nursing the greatest player in the country right now along as he makes his first appearance.
Yes, I'm excited to hear what he shares. In the Christian Heritage Breakfast, it is a faith-based event, so we're going to hear a lot of personal testimony from Ted in his life, and so that's what makes it unique for this event.
500 people show up at this?
Yeah,
this is great. Give me the what's and where's and whys.
Absolutely. Real early in the morning, Wednesday, April 12th at the Sinesta Resort. They've hosted it mostly every year. Tickets this year individuals tickets are $37. It does include a hot breakfast. Yeah. You can buy a table or sponsor a table of 10 for $350. And what I mean by sponsor is we love to invite the young people, the youth, the area students, even teachers and coaches, folks who are going to make impact and influences. Yeah, and of course we'd like to invite them for free at no cost. So every year we have wonderful folks who sponsor the table, and then they can designate it to whomever they want. Alan and Gloria Coe every year, probably 2 tables for Boys and Girls Club, or you can let us just invite the students from the schools, and they can come sit in the front and be there at no cost to them.
That's fantastic. What's the way they get to do that?
Online is easiest, www.southcoastalfca.org, or you can mail in a check as well, their P.O. Box. You can find the information on your screen there.
Okay, southcoastalfca.org?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So that takes care of it. Tell me a story. You've been going to most of them.
Yes, I have.
Tell me a fun story.
One important thing I do want to mention is there is another special feature. There is a scholarship award that goes to one area high school senior, and that is in memory of the gentleman who created this event. His name is John Scott. When he was 77 years old, this is a story. He decided that the Heritage needed an event like this, so he started. Interestingly, the first person that come as a speaker was Andrew Martinez, who you probably know from your sports history, was caddy for, do you remember?
No.
We'll have to look that up.
All right.
He was, so he was our first one. Circle back 27 years later,
You're not going to give us the answer? Again. We got to look that one up.
We got to look that one up.
Right.
Yeah, you look it up. That'll be a trivia for next time, Bob.
Yeah, there we go.
So it started that way, and so all these years, people have been coming, and when John Scott, who founded it, passed away at 95 years old, we created a scholarship in his name, and that goes to his legacy of he was a person of character and integrity and those kind of things. So it goes to a student who fits those requirements that is involved with FCA ministry in their schools, and so there's nominees. They all get to come to the event, sit in the front, and meet the speakers.
That's fantastic. All right, the Heritage Christian Breakfast, or Christian Heritage Breakfast. It's the week of the tournament, the Wednesday morning. And again, you can find out more at southcoastalfca.org. Thanks so much, Lisa. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Bob.
We want to thank all of our guests for making us just a little bit smarter over the last 30 minutes. If you missed anything at all, we'll be back in 90 minutes. I'm Bob Stevens.